This is Hannibal here, the lead reporter for the Hannibal TV, and this is a live daily wrestling news update. I'm going to do these most days, and of course, whenever the Wrestling Observer comes out every week, I'm going to do a more detailed weekly update. So here is the big news from today that I guess a guy named Frank Price is the person that found the AEW title belt, which was in the middle of the road. He was not a wrestling fan. He was driving home from picking up scallops from a beach, found the title, put it on Craigslist, and the police found him from there. So he received a $200 reward for retrieving the AEW title belt. So it looks like the story, as much as it seemed like a work, it was not a work. Who knows? Maybe the limo driver could have accidentally left the case with the belt on it. I guess the belt was in a bag, so maybe he left the bag with the belt on top of the limo and it fell off. Who knows? Because as I said before, I would find it hard to believe if somebody would have actually stolen that they would have retrieved it. It would have been worth a lot more down the road, and they could have just claimed that they found it. Years later, Full Gear tickets went on sale today for the November 9th AEW pay-per-view in Baltimore. They did not sell out, and they were selling tickets for as much as $3,000, which is just crazy ticket prices. And I guess fans are upset by this. Some fans are upset by this because when AEW originally came out, some of the executives were saying that their ticket prices would be more affordable than WWE tickets. Although the Baltimore event did not sell out, they have sold more tickets than WWE had at the same arena in Baltimore this past Monday, which was 5,500 total people, including comp. Someone's asking me a question here. Oh, about the Lanny Poffo fight. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I promise that I was over the whole Lanny Poffo thing. So I don't have much respect for him, and we'll leave it at that. Also in AEW news, the tickets also went on sale for their Charlotte TV taping on November 6th. They did not sell out either, and they're actually behind in the pace of WWE's event that they're doing there on September 15th. And of course, the Charleston and Pittsburgh AEW TV tapings aren't sold out yet either, so they're coming back to reality now. MLW announced they're going to return to Dallas on the 11th of January. They are doing a show there this week that is almost sold out. Kevin Von Erich is going to be there with his two sons. Someone's saying it was a work totally for the AEW belt. Maybe it was, but the thing is, if you file a fake police report, you could actually be charged for that. So that is the one thing that makes me believe that it would not be a work. But who knows? They definitely turned it into more of an angle, the most interesting angle of the week. More of an angle, more interesting than anything on WWE TV anyways. In New Japan news, El Phantasmo issued a public apology for calling Will Ospreay the autistic assassin. So I never like it when wrestlers give apologies for what they said in promos, but I guess you got to do what the company tells you to do. CM Punk did an interview at StarCast saying that he is not shutting down any idea of working for the WWE anymore, and he wouldn't not talk to WWE. He's over what happened. That's according to the Wrestling Observer. So CM Punk, he'll probably be back, especially if NXT doesn't do well in the ratings when they're fighting AEW, in my opinion. Because AEW right now, they have Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes, who are all bigger stars than any of the regular members of the NXT roster right now, in my opinion. As I said before, I know Walter only because he wrestled PCO. I don't really know anyone else. Someone's asking about the price will be right one day for CM Punk. I agree with that. You can't turn down a certain price. And being a wrestler is pretty easy work compared to being an MMA fighter, which appears he's given up on. Dwayne Johnson is being nominated for a People's Choice Award for Best Action Movie for Hobbs and Shaw, which I still haven't seen yet. I'm going to go see soon now that it's probably gone to the cheaper theaters. It also came out this week. I was an extra for it for this Paul Bunyan scene where they hypnotized everyone in the park. So I haven't seen it yet. It's unlikely that I'll be shown because there's maybe 100 or 200 extras in that scene. But if anyone's seen it and has found me in that scene, I'd be interested to know if I'm actually visible in that. It was filmed in Ontario here a little over a year ago. Janelle White, who played Steve Urkel, is going to be in the new Big Show Netflix comedy series WWE is putting out. So I might watch it just to see what Steve Urkel looks like now. I hope he's playing a character similar to the Steve Urkel character. That was so funny. Does anyone remember Family Matters when he was like the cool Stefan Urkel and then the nerdy Steve Urkel, but Laura on the show only likes Stefan Urkel? I don't think that would get over these days, that the girl only liked the cool character but discriminated against the nerd. Someone says Orange Cassidy is a joke. Yes, and so is Joey Ryan, who I guess is back doing work for Impact. That was in the news today. Makes me want to watch Impact even less. The crappiest of the major promotions right now, in my opinion. Linda McMahon, I mentioned yesterday, donated $365,600 to Donald Trump's reelection campaign, and it's come out today. She's actually heading the fundraising for that campaign. And finally, for Billy Corgan's NWA, tickets went on sale for their September 30th and October 1st tapings at a TV studio in Atlanta. Not a lot of tickets, and apparently they did not sell out. So there's maybe a couple hundred tickets, less than 1,000 for sure, at this studio. It's the PBS TV studios in Atlanta where they're filming this. And it did not sell out. Obviously, I can't even remember the name of the NWA champion now, but I did interview him at the Cauliflower Alley Club this past year. It's going to come to me. But he didn't bring the title when he was inducting Dory Funk into the Cauliflower Alley Club. I lost so much respect for him for that. Like, if you're going to be the NWA World's Champion and you're inducting Dory Funk Jr., giving him an award at the Cauliflower Alley Club, bring the belt. You got to show off the belt. So I can't remember his name. Does anyone know? He's a British guy. But I don't think he's a good champion. He's